Hi everybody, Anna Carson here. I wanted to do a video to explain a little bit about the soul original blueprint, the templates and the filters and the nervous system defense patterns that I have been talking about in relation to our expression of self here on Earth. Because I've really been kind of shown a lot of information over the last couple of days to try and see it in my own head and understand it a lot more in my own head, but then also to be able to explain it to you, so that you understand, I guess, where my work, what my work is doing and why it's doing what it's doing, and for what are we doing this for? What is the end result? So how I'm seeing things and how I've explained it, and just to kind of really say that this is my truth at this moment. Do you know, like, we all have our own truth. There is no absolute truth, and we have our own truth, and our own truth is evolving and developing each and every day. And so, to really invite you to listen and to feel what I say, and to take from it what you feel is pertinent to you, what resonates with you. If stuff doesn't, that's absolutely fine, but it's really important. This is how we develop our own truth, is by listening to others and say, yeah, okay, yeah, no, that really resonates, or actually, no, that doesn't resonate for me, and that's absolutely fine. Okay. So what I've been shown, and kind of like I've been trying to explain a little bit through my work, but what I've been shown is about this soul's original blueprint. So how I've been shown it is kind of like having like it's not quite a movie screen, but it's similar to a movie camera. So how I see it is that we have the light from source coming from here. So the light, the energy from source, divine plan coming through here. Now, the first thing it hits is our divine blueprint. And this is kind of like, I see it like almost like a big kind of sheet. Just taking my earphone out. So like a big sheet. And this contains, this is all our gifts, all our our truth, our all that is our magical self. Okay. So if when we're in spirit, our soul, this is what it is. This is a full expression of self. Now I don't believe that we have full expression of self just here on Earth. This is just one version, and there's often many kind of different fragments or versions of ourselves in various different realities and dimensions and everything else. But anyway, it's another story. So we've got this kind of this huge kind of plate of us as our soul, and so the lighter source shines through. Now, if it was to shine through our blueprint, so this is our soul's original blueprint, straight onto into us as human, we would be this full kind of the full expression of who we're meant to be here on the planet Earth at this moment. Okay, so if it was to shine through like this, however, that I think it's only enlightened people that really have, fully enlightened people who have that just pure source energy flowing through them and into their physical manifestation. What we have is various different templates and filters that the light is then shining through. So it's shining from source through the blueprint, through our original soul blueprint. And then it's going through various different templates and filters until we get to our physical manifestation at this present moment. So what I've been shown with regards to my work is the filters and the templates that I'm here to help shift and change and remove, so that this light source can become more and more clearer through our physical manifestation. So one of the first templates that we have is our plan for this lifetime. So again, my truth and my understanding is that while we're still in spirit, we are making a plan for this lifetime about the challenges, the growth opportunities that we'd like to experience here. And this comes from your past lives, about what we've experienced then, because our soul is evolutionary. It is wanting to experience different things. It's wanting to challenge itself to be able to grow and to be able to you learn how to be its full expression from various different challenges and experiences and situations and what have you. It also wants to experience different things. So sometimes we want to experience, being the perpetrator, or being a dictator, or a villain of some description. Sometimes we want to experience being the victim. Sometimes we want to experience all these different aspects of being human. So, but we also want to have growth opportunities. And I feel that one of the biggest things for this time in our evolution, for a lot of us, especially us light workers, heart workers, whatever you want to call us, is that it's just that, can we find our light through the circumstances, through the situations, through the challenges that we have had in this lifetime? Can we still find our light? And I believe a lot of us have this kind of challenge. And obviously, from a bigger perspective, we also are working with the divine plan, which is far bigger than us, and really understanding our role in it, and you're helping with the ascension of humanity and the planet, and from a bigger galactic point of view as well. But let's just take it from the individual point of view just now. So we have the plan that we want for this lifetime. I don't believe it's really about certain experiences. It's more about challenges that we'd like to, that we want to set ourselves, growth opportunities. And from those, we then call in members of our soul family to play certain roles for us. So it might be we're asking our parents to play a certain role. We might be asking our husbands. We might be asking our children. We might have various other people. I know for me, because our soul family doesn't just mean our literal family. I know that the midwife that I had when I birthed my daughter, who was only present in my life for 6 hours, she was certainly part of my soul family, because she was absolutely instrumental in my awakening and my experience in the birth. It was actually incredibly traumatic, and she actually did an awful job, but I needed that. It was essential for that part of my journey. So I had called her in, and I saw this very clearly in a healing that I had. I'd called her in as part of my soul family to play that role, so that I would have the experience that I needed to be able to have the awakening and the understanding that I needed to move forward. So this is the kind of template. So this sits in front of this soul's original blueprint. We have this template. We then, from then on, we have, and this then starts our kind of descent from the soul. We've set up the kind of template for this lifetime. And then obviously at some point after that, we will be conceived. And this is when we start to then bring all other sorts of templates and filters in. So as we're being conceived, we will start to bring in our past life templates. So this is aspects from our past life that we are ready to either experience again, or to heal from, or both. So it might be that we've been persecuted as a healer before, or as a teacher, or just as a woman, we might have been persecuted, or what have you, and we were ready to clear that. So we might experience that in this lifetime again, to know what it feels on a physical basis, but we're also ready to heal it, because whatever has happened in the physical also has to then be healed in the physical realm. So we might bring some of these things in. Other experiences, it might be soul contracts for various different people in our lives that we're going to meet, that we're ready to finish, to end. It might be other contracts that we have, other vows that we've made that we're going to bring in. All sorts of stuff from past lives that we're ready to heal from. This kind of comes into the past life template. So we've got this year shining through. And then as we continue this descent of the soul, and we start imprinting, or we start, kind of our journey into the womb, we also have the ancestral imprinting, or ancestral template. Now, this is obviously, from our ancestral line, from the family that we are being born into. And this again is, what are the things that we're wanting to experience through this ancestral line, and what are we wanting to heal through this ancestral line also. And so some of this imprinting comes from actually being in the womb, and we're picking that up from our, through our mother, through the womb. So we're picking up that. So this is another template. So each of these, if you can imagine, we have source light coming through our original blueprint. coming through a template for this lifetime from our past life. And so you can see how then the light is starting to be distorted, it's starting to be changed, it's starting to be dimmed. And so each of these templates are kind of stopping this pure expression of who we are to be shown or to be manifested through in our physical self. Then as we continue our journey in utero, we also then start to have certain experiences. And this is starting to be the kind of the manifestation of our soul, of our lifetime plan. So this may be things like vanishing twins. This might be things like, you know, maybe my parents considered, you know, a termination. When they realized they were pregnant. So this starts, so, and all of these sorts of experiences, it might be the mother was in your extremely stressed, so we start to pick up on different emotions. It might be that, you know, that she was a smoker, so you're picking up, you know, this kind of safety. So all of these experiences in the womb then start to build up these emotional and physical filters. Now, these are different. These are filters, which, how I see it again, is about how we're going to see the world, how we're going to understand our reality and experience our reality. So these can be filters like, I'm not safe, I'm not wanted, I'm not good enough, you know, Earth isn't a safe place, it's not safe being a woman or being female. You know, it's all of these, you know, the wounds of separation, obviously from vanishing twins, stuff like that. All of these start to become our emotional filters. And this also starts to impact on our physical body. So especially when we've got things like, you know, how safe we feel. So if the womb hasn't been a safe space for us, then, you know, our sense of safety in the world and sense of safety in our physicality is going to be you're rocked. It's not going to be we're not going to be feel solid in that. And so then our nervous system also starts to you move away from homeostasis, and we start to develop these defense patterns, these fight patterns around safety or abandonment, or you know, all of these different things from the experiences that we're having in utero. So this is starting, if you can see, it's starting to set up our emotional and our physical filters about how we're going to experience the world after we're born. And so these then start, you know, we then start getting these ones stacked up. So these are our fears, our belief systems, our like you say, our yeah, our limiting beliefs. All of these sorts of things start to stack up as well as filters. So we've got this light coming through and getting distorted more and more and more and more. And then obviously we're born, we have experiences of birth and early childhood. So these all keep stacking up, these emotional and physical filters. And so to the point where we're kind of, you know, we aren't that true version of ourselves anymore. The amount of light that's coming from source through us and then through all of these templates and filters, you know, becomes really quite distorted and dimmed and altered to the point that we are kind of, you know, how we're showing up in this world at present. But what the amazing thing is that now this is a time to start to remove them. This is what we're doing when we start to do healings, is that we're starting to remove these filters. We're starting to really clear our way through this. And every time we're doing that, the more the light can start to shine through, the more clearer that full expression of ourself into physical manifestation is happening. You know, it's becoming clearer and clearer. And so we're clearing away these filters, we're clearing away some of these templates, these ancestral templates, these past life templates. We're clearing away soul contracts, we're clearing away the filters, the emotional filters, the physical filters, until we're getting a closer and closer version of our truest self. Now, also what's happening in healings, and certainly there's a number of us that are also activating people as well as healing, or facilitating healing, is that when we're being activated in things like light codes, light language, all of this sort of stuff is activating people. And what how I've been shown this is almost like more and more lights, or holes, like more opportunity for light to shine through from this original soul blueprint. This is activating. So light codes and various activations are kind of activating more and more on this original blueprint, so that more and more light can shine through, so that more gifts, our truth, our true self can shine through even clearer. So for me, like this, I love having a visual understanding of kind of what's happening. And I mean, I'm sure there is so many more layers to this. And as I develop as a practitioner myself, as I do more and more healing, and obviously other practitioners will be adding more and more to this as well. But this is how I'm being shown it, that really, there is a process from this I guess this moment of planning our life, and this descent of the soul from spirit down into, as we start our descent, going into conception, through our time in utero to birth, and obviously as we carry on, and certainly for the first 7 years of our life, we're still very much connected to spirit. We're still learning to embody, and all of this stuff is kind of being implemented and being placed. And then we get to a certain point in our life, and for each of us this is a very different time. For some of us it'll be we're waiting till we're in our 20s, 30s, 40s until we're doing this healing. Some of the magical kids, like I'm seeing quite a lot of kids at that, and they are clearing so much of these templates and filters, and they're like 2, 3, 1 years old, so they're just like, I've come in, I'm clearing it, I'm done. I don't need to experience this, I'm just here to clear it. I'm just here to activate and clear it, and be and really try and show up as this fullest version of myself. So I hope that explains a little bit more about when I've been talking about the soul's original blueprint, about the templates, about the filters that we have on. I hope that explains it, and you can kind of get a visual understanding of what I mean, and understanding how there is so many layers to this. There's so many aspects to this. There's other things, there's galactic stuff going on, all sorts of stuff that are involved. But as we're clearing away, each time we're doing that, we're allowing more light to shine through our blueprint, and have that clearer, I guess, projection of us into this physical body and into this physical self. And as we're activating, we're allowing more light through this original blueprint to shine through. So that's really lighting us up and allowing us to bring forward more of our light, more of who we are, and more of who we're here to be. So I'd love to hear any comments on this, because for me this is my vision. This is of the work that I do and of how I see things. So I'd love to hear if this resonates, if you have had your own vision or understanding of how this works, and how this shows up for you. I'd love to hear it, because it's all a development. But also, if you'd like to, if this does resonate and you'd like to start working through these filters and templates, then please do get in touch, and send me a message or put a comment below, and we can certainly get you booked in. But I hope you've enjoyed this. Please do let me know what you think, and I look forward to connecting with you more. All right, lots of love. Have a beautiful day. Thanks.